Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Today we got an interesting video. The reason why I made James vs. Games is so I can, quickly engage with an idea and just let y'all know about it. So, to begin, first and foremost, I don't usually complain a lot. Not to say that there's anything wrong with complaining, but I think I have to let that rule just slip by because, yeah, I am actually going to be complaining about something today. And that is going to be Skate. Now, listen, I understand that there is a lot that goes into gaming, into the creation of gaming. However, I think it's a little bit different with this one, okay? So, I love, the Skate games. Ever since playing the first Skate game, I was really inspired by it, and I honestly skated as well too, just like within my youth. But I have a lot of love for the culture. I have a lot of love for what it's given me. I went super fast on that one. That was kind of crazy. And to let you guys know about it, I have a whole shoebox full of skate magazines, and I was inspired by the photographer before photography became my thing, before videography became my thing. I was inspired by a lot of what skateboarding itself as a culture, as a sport really gave off. And all to say is that it's very, very close to me. I really do enjoy just the whole culture of skateboarding, as well as, if not specifically, for the video game ones. So recently, like I said, the long-awaited Skate has now came out for, I think, pre-alpha or like early testing. And again, we've been waiting on something like this forever, a long time. For all my Mirror's Edge people, you guys understand the wait. You understand what it means to wait for a game, and ironically, this is also low-key butchered by EA. But let's get into it. So, this long-anticipated thing finally comes out, right? You're wondering, like, okay, like now that other forms of skate games have came out, like Session, like Skater XL, which is what I'm playing right now. With the power of EA and the infinite money that them as a company can just bring, and the catalog that they also have with the other skate games, you would think they can't miss with this. Unfortunately, just judging from what I'm seeing personally, they definitely did miss with this, and it's very, very unfortunate. And it's unfortunate enough for me to, like I said, complain about it. I don't usually make these type of videos, but I have to vent a little bit of why I'm frustrated. It shouldn't have to be this way. So it begs the question, why is it this way? So let's get into what I'm talking about, and that is the overall gameplay of it. Like, how does it look compared to the previous games like Skate 1, Skate 2, Skate 3? We have Skater XL, Sessions that are independently made skateboarding games. Like, how does the gameplay look? Now, for me personally, I think my favorite example and the skate games by EA was, in terms of mechanics I've ever been, was in Skate 2. You guys might have a different skate game in mind, but Skate 2, I think, was the biggest expansion within the series. It doesn't look that good. Listen, so I'm aware that it looks good visually, right? But you can just buy a nice car and it'll look good visually. The engine itself looks good. These are the people that, I wouldn't say made Battlefield. That's more so DICE, but it just visually looks good. However, if I'm lining it up with Skater XL, I kind of like Skater XL a little bit more. But let's get into, again, one of the more fundamental parts when you're playing a skateboarding game, when you're playing Skate. Now, whether you enjoy the arcade or the realism, I feel like the Skate games did a good job at balancing both. If you wanted a little bit more arcade to your flexibility and your motion as a character, there's different modes like easy, medium, hard, all that good stuff, and you can adjust that throughout your entire playthrough. However, I feel like with this, it's just arcade. It's just arcadey. It's so floaty. It just feels like Fortnite. And I know probably a lot of people are saying that, but I can't help it. It has all the characteristics of an old man trying to be like, oh yeah, you like these games? And it doesn't feel like it was made by people that enjoy skateboarding. And again, they've done this before, but to a respectful degree at least, you know. Skate 2, Skate 3, they had actual skateboarders, and you know, the dialogue with these guys were awesome. How you engage with the world around you is so real, and you know, the whole mechanism around, like, even the cops as well, was really, really well done. In my opinion, it made the entire experience so organic. Shout out to Big Black, by the way, the best bodyguard a brother could have. But yeah, when I'm looking at this gameplay, and I got it right now, it's on my phone, it just feels like a video game about skateboarding, if that makes any sense. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like what came out of these games was not just a video game about skateboarding, but it was like a culture, because that's basically what it is. And not even just like in real life skateboarding is, but the things that were made by the games, you know? People creating videos and teams and having their own clothing brand, and even just the element of playing skate, you know, and that rivalry, that competitiveness. There was so much more life. There was such a heartbeat behind these games, and now when I'm looking at it, and again, I understand it's pre-alpha and it's early access, but I can't help but feel like this is as much of a foundation they have right now, and that's really upsetting. So yeah, gameplay wise, I just feel like this is unfortunately lifeless. I see it, and it just sucks. It just reeks of like what happens to titles that aren't created by people who care about it and are probably just made to fit the investors' pockets. And I hate saying that, but like, that's unfortunately what I'm feeling with what they're giving me, and it kind of sucks. Now, I also want to bring in something that I extraordinarily just dislike in general with any video game. And listen, hey, I can understand, depending on what your motive is, it's just all about your execution. But what I'm talking about is microtransactions. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I dislike what it implies and what the final efforts come down to. And unfortunately, the skate game that I'm talking about falls into this trap as well too. Now, it was only natural that would happen. However, I completely underestimate just how greedy they can just be. You know, having these skateboards that are digital, and that honestly, like before, came with the damn game, and putting it at like $5 a skateboard is kind of crazy. That's insane. At least have it like $1, but it's like, no, like this whole business of just making money by all means and just not organically bringing people into the culture of skateboarding in general. It's just it's such a cheap way of making a game, making anything, you know. It's just such a shame. It sucks. And for those of you who are probably looking at this and probably wondering what I'm playing, it's Skater XL. You know, this is more of like an indie game developed version of skateboarding. There's a lot more of like a learning curve when it comes down to it. I like how the physics are. I like how you can have a lot of customization in how you play this game. And there's also really cool community maps that people build. But yeah, I mean, again, this wasn't like a problem that the early skate games really ran into. I still really love playing Skate 2. I still really love playing Skate 3. But this one just feels so distant. It feels so Ubisoft in a way. I don't know. You guys let me know if like I'm just yapping. But like I said, I wanted to make this to just yap because I'm low-key kind of agitated by this. I was waiting for such a long time for this game to come out, and what it meant to me when I would play this with my friends in high school. And it just sucks that even this has now been tampered and soiled. All for the sake of what? For the sake of what? For what? Who are we doing this for? You know, it's like, why are we doing this? You already have everything you need in a pocket. You know, just flex. Just polish it. Just make it nice. Like, get people who care about the genre of skateboarding, at least about the damn game. And not to say that these people aren't hardworking people. I know things can get obscured when it comes to investors and just being a part of big projects. However, it just is such a shame. I feel like we almost lost something really, really tethered to people's childhoods. And it may not be that deep, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It may not be that. But at the end of the day, it happened. It happened. This is happening to so many things, and I don't understand it. So what I can only hope, from this is like maybe just a renaissance of just more indie developed games, just people who care about what they're making and why they're making it, what their intentions are. And I feel like the support will be there because it was there beforehand. And I also think just a majority of you probably feel how I feel about this. And so you guys can let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, it's such a shame. It's such a shame that I'm that I'm just watching yet again another childhood dream of mine just get tarnished. Not to say that Mirror's Edge 2 was as bad as this, but it was definitely as disappointing. So the Mirror's Edge got, wasted. What else got wasted? We got Skate now wasted. I don't know what's happening, y'all. I just want good games to be good, man, and to have people paid properly. Whatever's in the middle of that and is getting in the way of that, we need to just cut it off. We gotta cut it off, man. Now more than ever, we have to bring back fun. If you are just, doing some bull crap, I don't know. We can't be having any of that. I'm just yapping now. All right, let me do some tricks here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Yes, sir. I'm just getting a line in. We going. Yeah, I messed up on that one. But yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it, because again, I'm looking at a little bit of this gameplay and it looks good. There's nothing bad about how it looks other than I personally think the direction, which is that it just looks arcadey. It looks very Fortnite. It's like, here, middle schooler, play this while you, drink whatever toxic drink you're drinking. It just feels like it's baby food, and that sucks. It really sucks, especially when you have games right now like Skater XL that I think embody what a lot of people probably enjoy about skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to perform really cool lines and really cool tricks and keep trying that challenge. I mean, even the challenges within the demo that they were showcasing was so bland and so boring. It just, yikes. I don't know what happened, but regardless, it seems like if they don't improve it, I don't think I'm going to be playing this anytime soon. But for the love of goodness, for the people that are at Skater XL, I haven't tried Session yet, but Skater XL, continue building this. Please continue building this. I really enjoy it's just playing skateboarding games for many reasons. It's very calm for me. It's like low-key my Minecraft. And I just hope that the overall skate game can just get better before it gets worse, but I feel like it's just too late. So all this is just kind of going into an empty void. As always. But yeah, guys, you guys let me know. If you guys are interested, I actually have a podcast that I do with my homie Jake, where we actually play Skater XL and we talk about current things within the gaming industry, within our industry, other things as well too. It's a good time. You get to watch both of us just, hit some tricks and also, fail miserably and have our bodies just go kaput into the asphalt. But ultimately, it's nothing but a good time, nothing but good vibes, even if, I guess in this context, this video, me complaining, isn't really necessarily a good vibe video. I just hope that you guys can just chill to the skateboarding, because that's what it's all about, right? Just being able to just kick it with your homies and having a good time. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, as always, for just tuning in, sticking around. If you made it this far, I again appreciate y'all. Y'all be good, stay active, and be easy. Peace.